Twin Cities Adventures with our Minnesota chicken playlist. And in today's video, you can see our chicken run right behind us. I'm sure those of you that are watching have probably watched our chicken run build and our hen house build. It's on our playlist. Well, in today's video, we're gonna go off to the west side of our chicken run here. In this garden that is just really not super functional anymore, we're gonna build a 3-season porch for the chickens. Here's our base supply of pressure-treated cedar-toned lumber. We have two 12-foot 2x4s and a bunch of 10-foot 2x4s. Okay, so this area is a raised garden, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap off the bottom studs and bring that out, and we're gonna build a box here, a couple feet tall, and then we're gonna use hardware cloth on the inside of that. We'll frame that out later to sandwich that in like we did with our chicken run build. And then the plan is then to come up at an angle so we have a roof on it that's just chicken wired. And then we do want to build a door that lifts up so we can get in there and work on the garden. I want this to be dirt for the chickens to come out and dig in the dirt in the sun and hunt for worms and bugs like when we're not home. And I also want to plant like edible things in it, like hostas and things that they want to eat. And I do want to be able to raise that door so we can get in there and work on it if need be. I think that would be most efficient. But before we do that, we need to decide how wide this is going to be out here. And we're going to have to tear up our landscape bricks and pop that out a little bit here and maybe push it in a little bit there. And then we're going to dig this dirt back so we can put the predator apron down. Okay, Samuel's just pulling off the little garden fence here. I peeled back the bricks and then we'll measure how far we want that to come out. And then we'll reset the brick line after we tear this off. Chickens, of course, want to see what we're doing, so they're out here eating. See, they love being out here, eating the weeds and hunting for bugs and whatnot. Here's a quick example of why we're building this little 3-season porch for the chickens so they can go outside when we're not home. Here's a peregrine falcon resting on the little fence around the corner from the door that we usually open to let the chickens out, and he's just waiting for them to come out so he can basically attack them and eat them. So we want to avoid that. So we only let our chickens out when we're home watching them because we've had some predators attack the chickens in the past. So to avoid that, we're building this special little arboretum for them so they can go outside whenever we're not home and be fully protected. All right, here's an update. We relocated the 3 vines over into the garden over there. Now we're exposing the predator apron we previously applied so no coyotes or fox could dig a hole into our chicken run. So we're exposing that so we can lay more predator apron out down here and tie it into that. But now we're gonna take a break from that and we're gonna box in our frame here. Okay, the bottom is boxed in and we have the predator apron applied. We just wire wrap that all together with the ends. Sunflower's over here inspecting, making sure we're doing it right. And then I had some brackets in the workshop we just used to screw these pieces in. So we're just gonna level that off next. And then after it's leveled off, we can backfill this in with dirt. Okay, here's where we're at. The retaining wall is all finished off. I'm gonna have to do some custom fitting on the corner. We've got our box structure set so far. And this is backfilled with dirt. And we're gonna bring sand in over the top of that. We did have some brackets in the workshop for the corners and for those edge pieces there. Samuel's just gonna dump that in there. Okay, we're getting closer towards the end of the day and our structure is pretty much intact. You can see the retaining wall is all done except for the corner piece. I'm gonna have to custom grind a piece or two there. But everything is all wrapped in hardware cloth and sandwiched in, just like we did with the chicken run. Give you a peek on this side. See, everything is sandwiched in there. We have 2x4s on the outside and 1x4s on the inside for the most part. There is some 2x2s in these cracks over here. We have to go get a couple more pieces here. We did put a header along there. Samuel is just turning the sand and dirt mixture in there. And then we'll level that off. And then we're gonna plant some hostas and a few different perennials from the outdoor chicken run over there. We'll just transplant them in there because they like to eat fresh salad. They love their salad bar. We just redid this little fence here that sort of keeps them corralled in. We just brought that right over to the edge here. So now the chickens can roam around in here while we're watching them, and that ends right there. So really all we have to do is go to the store and get a couple more 2x2s, finish edging that off, build the top door, and put that together.
Now we're gonna plunk a hosta in here.
There's the root structure, little hole. Go ahead and spread that in. Okay, you can see Samuel put in a few more plants. We have hosta, hosta, daylily, hosta. That's good for now because a lot of times they're gonna wanna be doing some dirt baths in here and hunting for bugs and worms, so. Okay, here is the frame for the top lid / door. We've got that reinforced with nice brackets so that doesn't warp or twist or bend in any way, and that'll look nice. So that is phase one of that, and then we're gonna put hardware cloth on it and sandwich those 1x4s right there on top of the hardware cloth. Then we'll bring it over and place it onto the pre-season porch, and then we'll get those hinges put on. Okay, so we flipped it over and we stapled the hardware cloth down, and now we're sandwiching that in with 1x4s. So the lengthwise and all 4 cross beams. When that's done, we'll haul it out and dry fit that on top of the pre-season porch, and then we'll get the hinges ready. Okay, quick update. The top is on and the finished side is up, and we have some heavy duty hinges. Samuel's opening it up there, and go ahead and close that. There's a handle we put on top there, and then we did really heavy duty hinges. So there's 4 heavy duty hinges up there. Here's the nice handle. And then we're gonna put a couple of locks on here. Samuel's putting 3 different ones, and we're gonna use 3 evenly spaced out so nothing warps. And then I'll show you what that looks like when we're done there. But how's it looking so far, guys? Looking pretty good, huh? The chickens are going nuts because they want to go in there. We plunked another hosta in there today, so that'll give them something to snack on. So they got a sunbathing area. They got a dirt and sand bath, so they can take that, and then they can eat their salad bar when they're hungry for some green snacks. All right, here's the carabiner situation here. That drops down, and then that lifts up. Perfect, Samuel, good job. Okay, here's our access door into the chicken run. So Samuel can go ahead and close that. And as that wood dries out, it'll become lighter in weight. It's a little heavy now because it's pressure treated, cedar toned lumber. So it's a little heavy because it's wet. So that is gonna be amazing. Who wants a treat? We'll get some treats and then we'll have them come out here. Let's demonstrate these real quick, Samuel. These kind of all just go just like that. So we got 3 locks there and 4 giant hinges and a little handle. Check that out. That is good. Now, the chickens are getting ready to go to bed, but we're gonna get some treats and call them out here so you can see what that looks like. Nightmare's the first one out. Buck, 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 who wants a treat? Single file, please. you go, chickens. Now you got your own 3-season porch. Or you can call it an arboretum, if you will. The first day we worked on this for about 12 hours straight through. Well, here comes Sunflower. And on day 2, we spent about 3 hours finishing up. We worked really hard because we knew it was going to rain on day 3. Okay. All right, we got all the chickens out here, enjoying their new digs. Nightmare's already going to take a little snack of some hosta flowers. And Biscuit's already digging, looking for some bugs. And there's Ghost eating some salad over there. Nice. All right, and here is the creative director of Twin Cities Adventures, and he had 50% of the labor and creative vision for this project. What do you have to say, Samuel?
This was really hard to do, but really fun, and now that it's done, I think it looks amazing, and I feel very accomplished.
Awesome. Good job, Samuel.
Thank you. Good job to you, too.
Thanks. And the chickens already seem to dig it. Very nice. Okay, I'm out here the next morning. Let's check out what things look like. It did rain in the early morning, which is perfect because that will water all of the perennials growing out here in their little porch. And then you can see that they're coming out here snacking on all their treats from their salad bar. Chicken. Bark, 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 bark. Who's a good chicken? You guys like your new playground out here? What do you think? Isn't this awesome? So the final measurements here, we did come out about 3.5 feet from the chicken run, and then it's about 3 feet tall on the outside, and it's about 5.5 feet tall on the inside. So that's going to be a perfect size dimension for plants to grow in there, the chickens to go dig for worms, take dirt baths, bask in the sun, and that way we can open up the door here and we can get in there and access everything. We wanted to keep the top open, so no roof on it, because we want it to rain on there, and we want it to be fully open to the wind, so they'll have good airflow. And then we also chose this pitch because it lines up exactly with the height of the chicken run, and that way in the winter we can lay sheets of our plastic on the outside so the bulky, heavy snow can just slide right off of it. Well, that's what we've been up to over here at Twin Cities Adventures. Hope you enjoyed our weekend project. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with this little short video clip of the chickens hanging out with their snacks. Twin Cities Adventures out. We'll just give these guys a treat here now. Treat time.